crisis. But we've got this new development, and it's a dangerous one. There's a growing number of truck drivers now quitting because soaring gas prices are wiping out their paychecks. They're talking $1,000 fill-ups at one time. We're already, at the gas pump, we're already 80,000 truckers short. More than 70% of freight is transported by truck drivers. This is pretty dangerous stuff.
Well, Liz, it's great to be back with you, and you're 100% right. There's nothing more integral to our supply chain logistics than having enough well-paid, competent truck drivers in this country. As you point out, we're short drivers now due to the baby boom generation retiring. Many of the Biden mandates on employment, the vaccine mandates by the Biden administration, and now we're up 70% on diesel prices. If you're in a fleet, if you are a fleet driver for a big company like Walmart or J.B. Hunt, you probably have a price escalator in there for your diesel costs. It's up 70% from last year. But if you're an entrepreneur, a self-made truck driver working, you're paying almost $2,000, $2,200 a week, up almost $900, and you're in the spot market for fuel. You don't have a hedge or any sophisticated support. Yeah. That's what's killing them.
It's an important point.
Now you got these truck drivers quitting, and they bringing the food. 70% of the food that's coming to the stores is being used or brought there by the delivery trucks, and so now they have went up almost $600 to $700 in the gas prices, and so them $600 and $700 they're gonna affect the whole nation, and so you're gonna have prices going up, and you're gonna have shortages. So you have a two-fold situation: the price of bread, and then the amount of bread that's even in the store. See, and so this is what Second Ezra was talking about. This is what Revelations 18 was talking about. Let's go and get those verses real quick. Second Ezra 15, around about the 19th verse. It say, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." So it's going to be a lack of bread. Now you got Ukraine burning up the wheat over there in Ukraine, or the Russians burning up the wheat. Somebody burning up the wheat, and they produce 70, I think, percent of the wheat for the whole world. And so this is what the scriptures is talking about, this situation. Now when you go to what is it? You get Revelation 18 and 8. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine." See, that famine is going to be what hit America and cause her to fall. And when this chaos go on, let's go back to Second Ezra. Let's get 15. When the chaos start to happen, then verse 16, it say, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in a city, but shall not be able." So it's going to be martial law. The law is not going to let people go from city to city. See, they're not going to let people move freely through these cities because it's going to be martial law, and people are going to be rebelling against the kings and the princes, meaning the government, who is the arm of Satan, the devil, which Revelation call him the beast. Look at verse chapter 13. It says, and they worshiped the dragon which gave power to the beast. See, the so-called white man is the dragon, and the beast is the military and the armies that he got around the world. Look at it, what it say. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? See, his military, the so-called white man's military, is what keeps him in power, because they come from the nation of Edom. Look at Obadiah. Obadiah was whole writings was dedicated to the Edomites, because look at what they say. It says, the pride of your heart have deceived you, you that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? See, and this is what this is why they asked that question in Revelation 13:4. Who is able to war with the beast? See, who is able to bring him down? Because Romans 9 and let's see here. 17, it say, for the scripture said under Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Now he raised who up? Look at it, what he said. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. He raised Esau up, just like he raised Pharaoh, and said he did this so he can show his power. And so these Edomites, they the ones that's raising the prices up on the gas on purpose. They causing this great famine to happen on purpose, so they can bring in their military. See who can war with the beast, so they can bring in their military and pretty much control people's life, or put people back into slavery. Let's get 3:13 and 10. It said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. See, this is the agenda of the so-called white man, to put people back into slavery. Look at verse 16. He said, and he caused all, both small and great, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand on the forehead. He talking about slavery. See, he's going to try to enslave the world. Look at what is it? Isaiah 14. It says, verse 4, that thou shalt take up a parable against the king of Babylon, and say, how have the oppressors ceased, the golden city ceased. And so this is what these dragons is planning on doing, and this is what they've been doing. They've been oppressing these nations. Look at verse 6. He who smote the people in his wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger. See, he ruling. He putting everybody in submission under him. Slavery, servitude. And so this is what's going to cause his fall, because you doing this on purpose, raising the prices, sabotaging the supply, orchestrating and engineering a famine and high prices. But ultimately, it's the Most High using Esau to do all these things. That's why he said he raised him up so he can show his power, because they trying to orchestrate or do some kind of engineering on the food supply, the thing that's keeping the society together. And so we see how they're using the gas to be the Achilles heel, or the needle that broke the camel's back. And so the prices done went up from $375 to $1,000 freaking dollars to fill up an 18-wheeler truck. And this gonna be the cause of all hell breaking loose in America. Babylon the Great. Oh, let's get this one to let it know who this Babylon the Great is and who America is being ran by. What is it? King David gave a prophecy. 137:7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. See, look at verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. See, this is who is talking about. America, Babylon the Great, and the children of Edom. Because America is the woman that's reigning over the kings, the Edomite kings. And so they gonna fall due to them raising up the gas, sabotaging the food, so people can lose their mind and start invading one another, and all hell break loose in the streets. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, Hashem Rekakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.